Hello, everyone. This is the encore presentation of the Energize Your Business to attract clients with your energetic matrix. I am coming to you today to talk about your energetic matrix. Encore presentation of the Energize Your Business to attract clients with your energetic matrix. I am so sorry about that. I'm not sure exactly where that's coming from. So I'm trying to figure out where that's coming from. I may just have to work with it without volume because I have no idea where that's coming from. Okay, I think I found it. Okay. So let's start this again. So thank you so much for joining me for the energetic matrix. We're talking today about the I have way too many windows open. So we're talking today about energizing your business to attract clients with your energetic matrix. So we're going to be moving into the presentation. So let me go ahead and share that with you. And then we'll get started. So I think it's sharing. So again, thank you so much for joining me today. I'm really excited to be sharing about the energetic matrix with you. And this is the matrix is your unique energetic blueprint for marketing and sales. So we'll be talking about how this matrix can be applied to marketing and sales and why it's so important for us to be working with our energetic matrix. So our focus today is discovering how this unique energetic blueprint can guide you to build a business that flows with ease and that flows in creating content, that flows in attracting clients, in creating offers that you love, that flows in taking the action to create the results that you want so that it feels effortless, to making the money that you want, to working with the type of client that you want to be working with this. So really the energetic blueprint can be applied to anything related to job creation. It can be applied to collaborations, working with other people, not just with clients, but other businesses that you want to work with or other individuals that you want to have collaborations with. So really the energetic matrix gives you clarity and gives you guidance on anything related to business building. So let's go ahead and start. So today we're going to cover why this is so important. So why business success starts with your energy. And so we're going to be kind of laying the groundwork for why we need this framework and what difficulties not having this framework is causing. We're going to talk specifically about what that energetic matrix is and how this benefits our business and how the energetic matrix can guide us to the decisions that we make and the actions that we take in our business. And then we're going to go through and I'm going to give you a framework where you can start using your own you can start developing and trying to understand your own energetic matrix on your own with specific questions. And you'll also be getting like a PDF workbook that has a lot of these notes and has these questions that can help guide you to focusing on creating or working with your matrix, really understanding your own energetic blueprint and then starting to work with it. So first, I want to introduce myself. My name is Janie Jaramillo. I am a mother, I'm a teacher, I'm a mentor, I'm a coach. I am a practitioner, an energy healing practitioner, shamanic practitioner, an Akashic Records practitioner. So you can think of me as a psychic, as a seeker. I'm also all about learning about technologies and applying technologies, not just computer technologies, but also spiritual technologies that can help us lead a better life and have a more successful business. So let's start with the first question is why we need to focus on our energy and why our business success really starts here. And if we're not um, starting here, if we're missing this particular piece, it can really be costing us a lot of frustration, a lot of heartache, a lot of loss of money and loss of time. And it can be making business building seem a lot harder than it really needs to be. Okay, so you can use your matrix when something doesn't work, when we're stuck, when we're spinning our wheels, when something feels wrong, but we quite don't know quite what it is. A lot of this has to do with the energetics. So we can focus on strategy, but if we're missing the energetics piece, then that's going to really be detrimental, and we're going to continue experiencing these challenges. And so the energetic matrix can help you to understand why something is not working. More importantly, it can help you to understand what you can do about it. So those of us who really want to understand ourselves and want to know why something worked for somebody else and it didn't work for us, then of course the matrix will help us to understand that. But I think most of us, what we really want is we want to know what to do. Like, what do I do to create the results that I want? And so the matrix can really help you with that as well. So you're going to, when you use the matrix, then you can stop second guessing yourself and start making decisions with confidence, because it gives you the clarity that you need to be able to make the decisions that are in alignment with your unique energetic blueprint. And when you're in alignment with your blueprint, then you can avoid burnout, and you're going to build a business that feels good and it doesn't feel forced. A lot of times I hear clients say, oh, a client came out of nowhere. No, it didn't come out of nowhere. It came out of your aligned energy. And so a lot of times it feels like it came out of nowhere because we don't know what it is that we're doing that's in alignment. And when things feel hard, we don't know exactly why things feel hard. When things feel easy, we don't know why they feel easy. And so what the energetic matrix does is it gives you that blueprint, and it gives it to you in a way that you can come back to it over and over so that you can know when something is not working out, where is a misalignment, and then you can find that out. And then, of course, when you're able to take action that produces the results that you want, then you save time and you save energy by focusing on what works for you instead of continually trying strategies and trying methods that seem to work for other people, but they only feel draining for you. They don't feel good, and two, you don't get the results that you want. So let's talk about what the energetic matrix is. So we want to think about the energetic matrix as this framework that adds to traditional methods. So a lot of times the traditional methods we're not necessarily throwing those methods out the window, but what we're doing is we're applying the energetic and spiritual principles to those traditional methods so that then we can create something that is in true alignment with us. That means that it's going to feel coherent. What we do is going to feel easy. The actions that we take are going to bring the results that we want. And when we don't get the results that we want, we can turn to the energetic matrix to help us troubleshoot where we are going wrong. Okay, so this is really important. So traditional methods, what do they consist of? So they consist of, having a website for a business, how we write our copy for our business, what type of images we create. Do we go on video or do we create a podcast? What type of offers do we create? What products are we creating for our customers, or what services or programs or coaching programs are we creating for them? What type of information are we sharing with our clients? So all of this doesn't go out the window. So of course, all of this is important. However, if we're only focusing on the traditional methods and we're not getting the results that we want, stuff feels really hard, like we keep trying things and one, it may not feel successful, like it doesn't feel good applying those particular methods. Two, you don't get the results that you want. Or three, you may get the results, but it feels heavy. Like you don't really want to do the stuff, or you do it and then you feel drained afterward. All of those things are a sign that there's a misalignment. There's something that's wrong, and we need to be able to diagnose what it is. And so the matrix gives us all the information that we need so that then we can look at the traditional methods. And of course, we need to have offers. We need to have products. We want to have a website. If we want to have a podcast, yes, we want to have all of those things. But we want them also to be creating the results that we want. And we want to feel good while we're doing all of these different tasks. So it's really important to make sure that we are coherent with our offers, are coherent with the thoughts that we're having with our offers, and then that all of those things are also coherent with with our own unique energetic blueprint, our own kind of energetic signature. So let's talk a little bit about what I mean by bringing in the spiritual or by bringing in the energetic. So let's start at the bottom, right? Because this is what we understand. So the offers, the products, the clients that we work with, the copy that we create, the podcast that we create, the website that we have, all of this are physical representations or physical manifestations of our business. The clients that we attract here at the physical dimension. The money that we bring in here at the physical dimension. So of course, that's really important. We're not going to throw those out. We need those. However, we don't only want to work with those. We want to make sure that we're also working with the fourth dimension, which is the dimension of ideas, the dimension of thought. And then we also want to work with the fifth dimension, which is the dimension of spirit, the dimension of our soul purpose, the dimension that brings us in our understanding of our own energetic signature that's unique to us. So let's dive in a little bit deeper to each one of these. So the fifth dimension, what it does is it gives us information about our soul's authentic expression. It gives us information about our soul purpose. And so we want to make sure this is what is going to make things feel effortless. So of course, we're going to need to work. Of course, we're going to need to put in the hours. Of course, we're going to need to do the things that we need to do in order to bring clients. So I'm not saying that we're not going to do this. Like if we align to the fifth dimension, now all of a sudden we don't need to have a website. We don't need to have a podcast. We don't need to share our offers. Yes, of course, we need to do all of that. But when we are aligned with our soul's authentic expression, with our own unique energetic signature, then what happens is that all of those things feel effortless. They don't feel like all of this work. They don't feel so hard. They don't feel so draining because we're able to let that energy flow through. And then when we say, what it flows through, like it flows through what? Well, it has to flow down, right, from the fifth dimension to the fourth dimension. So the fourth dimension is a dimension of thought. This is the dimension of ideas. We can also understand this as being our mental body. So if we have our spiritual body, then we have our mental body. So at the fourth dimension, we have also a lot of things that may be working against us. So we may have these negative beliefs, or we may have these societal constructs that don't work in our benefit. And so we have to make sure that we clear all of those things so that then our unique energetic signature or our unique energy can flow through our thoughts, can flow through our minds, can flow through our mental body into what we create in the world, into our physical body, into our products, into our website, into our copy, and so on. So Before we move on to the third dimension, at the fourth dimension, those of us who are more spiritually conscious. So if you consider yourself a spiritually conscious, even if you're not offering, even if what you offer is not necessarily spiritual in nature, you could be, let's say, offering website design as your offer, but you consider yourself spiritually conscious. Then you are going to feel like things are harder. And it's a challenge for us to, but like if I am like I'm on this spiritual path, I'm growing and I'm developing and I'm always focused on self-improvement. Like, why are things so much harder for me than for others? Like you may have had those thoughts. Well, it's because we need to make sure that everything is coherent or that we're in alignment. Because if things are not in alignment, if things are not coherent, then we're going to feel that misalignment so much more. We're going to feel that lack of coherence so much more. And we're going to feel it as resistance. We're going to feel it as this block, as this tension, as this avoidance to doing the work. And we're going to see it in our results. We're not going to attract clients. We're not going to be getting any comments or any reactions to our offers. We're not going to be attracting the right people. So we may be attracting people, but we're attracting the wrong people. So we're going to also see it in our results. So we can perhaps diagnose it and see that in what we're experiencing. And if we experience resistance, for example, but we can also see it if we take action despite all of those things. Then we're going to see it in our results. And then our results are also not going to be coherent. They're not going to be what we are wanting. So when we are spiritually conscious, then it's very important that our mental creations align with our soul purpose or with our spirit. So this is really important. And then, of course, everything then gets created or gets manifested at the third dimension. So this is where our energy centers or chakras come in, our physical body comes in, and it could stop at our physical body. So we feel that resistance, we feel that tension, and then we don't do things, like we don't take action. And so then we never create the results because there's something that's stuck. There's something that's impeding that flow of your soul energy or your unique energetic signature to flow through. So it's impeding that flow. So it's really important to understand that. And even if we take action, the action that we take is not going to be connected to that flow. So there's going to be a misalignment. So we're going to create results that we don't want. So let's talk about the benefits of knowing your energetic matrix in business. So one thing is that you are going to understand where your natural strengths are. And so when you know what your natural strengths are, then you're going to be able to align your business decisions with your energy. So you'll know it won't be a guess what type of strategy you need to choose. Like it won't feel like you're trying somebody else's methods. It won't feel like you're throwing spaghetti on the wall. It won't feel like this is trial and error and I just need to do a lot of experimentation before I actually get any results, because you'll have your matrix to be able to guide you. You'll also be able to avoid taking the wrong action and doing the wrong thing so that you don't burn out, right? And you don't feel disconnected from your offers, from your clients, from your copy, from anything that you create. So when I talk about natural strengths, what am I talking about? So your energetic matrix reveals your core strengths, reveals whether your core strengths, for example, is creativity, whether it's intuition, whether it's leadership. There's so many things that your core strengths can be. And these are not the core strengths as we understand them at the mental level, at the level of our intellect. These are our core strengths as we understand them through the energy that's flowing from our soul essence, so from spirit. Okay, so we need to not just connect to that. So a lot of us, when we meditate and so on, we want to be connected to our soul. We want to be connected to the sense of something bigger, but we want to be channeling that energy down into the physical, right? Down into our thoughts and then down into our actions. And because again, our thoughts are going to impact what we create. And then, of course, what we create is going to produce results. It's going to give us feedback on whether what we're creating is actually in alignment or not. And so these strengths that you learn through being connected to that spiritual essence are the foundations of your business. And so when you build on them, you're going to see that everything flows more easily. So yes, we still have to do the work, but the work is not going to feel like work. It's going to feel like fun. It's going to feel more effortless. It's going to feel like things just happen out of nowhere. But it's not out of nowhere. It's that you're working with this flow. You're working with your unique energetic signature, and you're aligned to that versus trying to work with somebody else's that's not aligned. So for example, if your strength is communication, you may thrive by creating offers that allow you to connect deeply with your clients, whether that's through coaching, whether that's through writing, whether that's through speaking. So if you are focused on something else, then that may not produce the results that you want because that's not your core strength. So your core strength is always going to guide what you create and then how you approach the creation of that whatever your offer may be, whether it's a blog post, whether it's a social media image, whether it's a podcast, whether it's a service or program. So anything that you create is going to be informed by the energy that's uniquely you. So another way that you benefit by knowing what your energetic matrix is that you will start feeling a natural flow of energy. And so how do you know when you're in a natural flow? Well, you feel productive, you feel energized, you are able to balance action with taking rest. So when you use your matrix, then it helps you to understand when and how to work in a way that feels aligned to your energy. So your energy flow, so for example, you may be somebody who works best in short bursts of creativity. And if you don't give yourself that time to be creative, like if you're expecting to do that over a long period of time, like you're going to feel more stagnation and you're going to say, I have all of this time, like why am I not producing whatever it is that I want to create? Is because you don't work that way. The way that you work is through short bursts of creativity. And so when you know this about yourself, then you know, okay, I need to make sure that I give myself time to have these bursts of creativity and that I don't expect myself to do this over an extended period of time. Or maybe you thrive when you have structured time to reflect and plan. And so if you're always going, and you never stop and give yourself time to reflect and to plan what's coming next, then you kind of your energy starts to peter out and you feel like, well, I'm working and I'm working and I'm working. Like, why am I not getting the results that I want? Well, because you need to stop you need to reflect, and you need to plan. So you can see how knowing what your own energetic signature is really guides you in understanding why things are not working and guides you in understanding what you need to do so that then you can get that movement going again. Knowing your energetic matrix also allows you to start to align with your purpose. So we all know, especially if you're highly conscious, if you're attracted to my work, then you have a business that you feel like there's a deeper purpose to your business than just bringing in money. Yes, of course, you want to bring money. Of course, you want to create freedom for yourself, but you have this deeper purpose in that you want to bring something to the world, and you want to bring it through your own gifts, through expressing your own gifts into the world. And so when you express your own gifts into the world in a way that's aligned, then the people that are going to interact with your business are going to benefit so much from your business because you're doing it in a way that's deeply aligned to your purpose. So when you are aligned to your purpose, you attract the right clients, you attract the right opportunities without having to push or force things to happen. So again, things feel effortless. So instead of feeling drained, like you're chasing methods that just don't fit, or you're trying things out that work for somebody else and then they don't work for you. Instead, what you're going to be doing is you're going to be building a business that feels like an extension of who you are. It just feels like you're just being, like it doesn't even feel like you're working on business. Like it's just part of who you are, rather than you have to disconnect from who you are. You're gonna have to change who you are. You have to you kind of have to dawn on this persona so that then you can do your business. And then of course, when you do that and it's misaligned, then you feel really tired at the end of the day. And so when you're in alignment, then you're able to connect with your audience more authentically. You're able to create offers that resonate deeply with your audience and that continue to resonate deeply with you. That helps you to feel like you are making this contribution in a way that doesn't require a lot of work and that feels fun. And of course, we all want to do that for ourselves. So now, why does all of this matter? So when you're able to work with your matrix, then you're able to confidently make decisions that feel aligned with who you are and how you work best. So you'll have all of the information about how you are created kind of energetically, so that then you can have this framework to work with. So you kind of have like this flow chart. You'll have a series of questions that you can use so that you know why something isn't working and then how to shift it so that it works better. You'll be able to look at your offers and to look at your marketing strategies and recognize why they aren't working, or why they feel hard, or why they're not bringing the results that you want, and then how you can shift them so that they start feeling like they're flowing more naturally instead of feeling forced and you feeling disconnected. And then, of course, ultimately, it's helping you to build a business that feels good, one that energizes you versus one that drains you. So when you know your matrix, then you'll avoid trial and error. You won't have to go through months, maybe years of experimentation before finding something that works. You'll be able to have much more clarity in your decision making. The more that you use your matrix, the more that you'll be able to, it'll just integrate into just the way that you do things, and you'll be able to use it on the fly to make decisions. Again, you'll be building a business that feels good. You'll be attracting clients that align with you and with the way that work. You'll be like matched. It'll feel like the universe is matching you with the perfect clients. And then you won't have to feel like you're learning these cookie cutter approaches or systems that don't work for you. What the matrix will do is it will allow you to take a system that you learn. So this doesn't mean that you'll never be able to work with coaches again. Of course, you can work with coaches, but what will happen is that you'll be able to take their system and then you can put it through your matrix so that then you can say, oh, this is how I need to shift this particular strategy so that it actually fits me. And so that actually aligns with my own energetic blueprint versus trying their method and then seeing that it doesn't work or having a hard time with that method or getting results that you didn't really like. Or maybe you get results, but then you didn't really enjoy doing the work. And so all of those are signs that there's things misaligned. And so the matrix will allow you to be able to fix them. And then, of course, what this means is that you'll save time by focusing only on what works for you. You'll be able to increase your impact by connecting with the right clients and having the impact that you want to have. You'll be able to enjoy your work a lot more because you're going to be aligning fully with your strengths and with your gifts. And so things will feel easy. And then, of course, when things feel easy, then you avoid burnout. Because you're building a business that supports the way that your energy flows. So let's talk about how you can start using your energetic matrix today. So you are going to, I'm going to walk you through several questions that you can ask yourself to kind of start thinking about your energetic matrix. So, again, you'll be receiving these series of questions like in a little workbook so that you can go back and answer these questions yourself. And you can start applying these tools to creating a more aligned business and taking more aligned action. So the first step is to reflect on your natural strengths. Okay, so identify what your natural strengths are. So when you're taking a task or when you're doing a task or you're getting ready to take an action, whether it's working with a client or getting on a sales call or writing an Instagram story or creating a coaching program. So anything that you do, you want to ask yourself, do I feel connected and aligned with this? Or am I following what I've been told should feel good? Okay. And so it's really important for you to ask yourself those questions and to always gauge. So am I feeling truly connected and aligned? Or am I choosing certain things because that's what I've been told works, or this is what I've been told I should do? And so that's really important. Now, when you think about your natural strengths, you want to think about your experiences that you've had in your life that felt good, right? That felt right. That felt effortless, maybe. Okay. And so, and then working from those strengths. Now, one of the things that happens is that we think that our natural strengths are coming from what we've been told or what we've when we've learned to work within a system, but we're still kind of in a box that's too small for us. And so it's important to recognize when we are working with social conditioning or past experiences that may have shaped our perception. And that's really important because remember, going back to that fourth dimension or the mental level, So how we understand things and how we process things through that mental level, so through our mind, through our brains, is really important. That's what, so our mind mediates our spirit with our body. It mediates our soul purpose with the action that we take here in the world. And so if we are working from social conditioning, for example, or negative beliefs that we were taught as children or that we inherited from our families, then what's going to happen is we're going to think that certain things are true about us, but they're not really, because we've been working within the confines of what we were taught. And so we haven't explored beyond those confines. And so it's really important to think about that. And so yes, you can reflect on your natural strengths and you can come to understand what your natural strengths are. However, you want to always be aware of your conditioning and where your conditioning may be, one, limiting what you understand as your natural strengths, or two, not allowing your natural strengths to actually be expressed. And so that's what that's what the next question covers. So you can ask yourself, am I avoiding certain activities because of fear or past negative experiences, even if my soul is calling me to them? All right. And so here is something, this is critical, this right here. Okay. So, so for example, there you may be thinking that public speaking is something that drains you, that you every time that you try to speak in public, you freeze, you go blank, or you're so nervous about appearing in public. You're afraid that maybe people are going to laugh at you, or that no one is going to listen, or that people are going to misunderstand and attack you. So all of those fears, especially when they become debilitating and that keep you from taking action, are a result of traumatic experiences that you've had in the past. And so you may want to feel this desire for public speaking. Like if you focus on your soul's true alignment, like you want to be on stage, like you desire it, but there's so much fear that's connected to public speaking that you negate that soul calling and you say, no, I don't really want that because of all of this fear, right? So you may have, so again, there's two things, right? So one, you may be out of alignment. So you like maybe no, yeah, you're right. Like you're not supposed to be public speaking. Like that's not part of your unique signature. And so if you try to do public speaking, like you're not going to get anywhere with it because it's not part of your unique energetic signature. But maybe you do want to get on stage, but like you're so afraid, you're deathly afraid of public speaking. And so you're stifling that soul energy that's wanting to be expressed. And so how the way that you would deal with this, of course, is by healing and clearing those old wounds so that you can unlock this potential that you have. And so you can really let it start flowing through your into the world, into the physical world by you actually confidently stepping on stage. And so this is how, like, knowing your energetic matrix really helps, because it can help you to understand, like, yeah, it's not really for me. Like that's not what I'm meant to do. or it really is something that I'm meant to do. So if it's really difficult for me, it's because there's things in the way that I need to focus on and clear. So it's very important to identify not just what you think your strengths are, but making sure that those align with your actual energetic blueprint. Okay. And again, sometimes because of our social conditioning, that doesn't happen. Okay, so step number 2. This is where you're going to pay attention to your energy drains. Okay, so if something makes you feel drained, if something makes you feel like it's a misalignment, like you feel tired, it's really hard. You are trying to you keep doing it, like you have this coach and they've told you that this is the way to do it, and then you do it and you do it and you do it and you don't get anywhere. Like you've been doing it for months. So this is not something that you tried once or that you tried just for 1 week, right? You tried it for a month, you tried it for a quarter, and you're still not getting any results. Then what is going on? So again, you want to ask yourself, okay, so these are the questions that you're going to ask yourself. Is this task draining because it's out of alignment with my energy, or because there's unhealed trauma or resistance, right? So again, like going back to those 2 questions. So if it's maybe that's the wrong strategy for you, like that strategy isn't going to work, or the way that you're approaching the strategy is not going to work because it's not aligned with your energetic signature. Or maybe it is aligned with your energetic matrix, but if you're still feeling resistance or if you're not getting any results, then that means that there's something that's blocking that energy flow. And so we will need to clear that. Okay. So could clearing old patterns or healing past wounds make this task feel more aligned and energizing? Okay. So again, having your matrix really makes it really clear which one it is. Oh, it's because this is the wrong strategy. Like this is the other thing that I should be doing. Or no, this is actually a strategy that is soul aligned, but if it's still hard, okay, there's something there that I need to clear. Okay. And that's really important. So for example, if you feel drained after creating content for your business, it may not be the content that's the issue. It could be the limiting beliefs or perhaps past experiences that are blocking that creative flow. So if you clear that, then you could create content in a way that feels easy, like it doesn't have to feel hard. And so when you explore these deeper energetic reasons behind the drain, you may find that the content creation becomes joyful and effortless. And so that's one of the things that we do in the VIP session that I'm going to talk about a little bit later, is that we do some of that analysis. So I don't just give you the matrix and then I say, okay, goodbye, start applying the matrix yourself. No, like we start applying the matrix as part of that VIP session. That's why I can only do this work in an extended way, because I need to be able to explain your matrix to you, and then we start applying it. So where are you having your difficulties? Let's look at your offers. Like, where do we need to change your offers so that they're more aligned with your matrix? Where do we need to change the different marketing strategies that you're doing so that they're more aligned with your matrix? Where are we finding that there is alignment, but we're still seeing a lack of results? So then that means that there's something there that needs to get cleared. Okay. So the VIP session really allows us to for you not just to understand your matrix, but to start applying your matrix and to see how you would apply it so that you can start making the changes that you need to be making in a systematic way, so that you can track your results and you can track the impact that the matrix is having for you. Okay. Now, step number 3 is you're going to align your decisions with your energetic blueprint. Okay. So you're going to answer step 1, and you're going to answer the questions in step 2. And then for step 3, you want to make sure that the actions that you are taking, that the decisions that you are making are based on that information from steps 1 and steps 2. So one of the biggest risks that we have when we are aligning with aligning our decisions with our energy is allowing past trauma or past negative beliefs or learned behavior to influence our decisions. And so that's when our mind is really getting in the way. Because yes, we're using our mind, we're using our intellect, but these negative experiences or this trauma is distorting the way that we use our mind to take action. And so when we do that, then it leads us away from really creating and taking action that's truly aligned. So instead of making decisions that's based on your mind and based on your emotions, you want to focus on your original, your own unique energetic blueprint. And when you have that energetic matrix, it's a very kind of scientific way of looking at your at the challenges that you're having. And when you put it through kind of this algorithm of the energetic matrix, then you're able to tease out where things are misaligned. So instead of changing everything, so let's say instead of you're not having success with one-on-one offers, well, and to say, well, maybe I need to go and create a product. Well, no, maybe it wasn't that there wasn't that the one-on-one offers was misaligned. It was maybe the way you were talking about them, right? Or the way you were structuring them, or the type of people that you were trying to call in. So we can put a particular offer that you have through the matrix to look at what are the things that need to be shifted instead of shifting the entire thing and starting all over. So that's really important. So for this particular step, these are the questions that you're going to ask yourself. So am I basing this decision on fear, on a limiting belief, or a past experience that no longer serves me? Okay. Now, sometimes this question is kind of hard for us to answer on our own. Sometimes we do need help to help us answer this question. We do need a coach kind of to help mirror our actions to ourselves so we can more easily recognize where we are maybe taking action from a limiting belief. And so then that means, of course, we're not going to get the result that we want. It's not going to produce results. So if we're doing something and let's say you are going to have a sales call, and you're really not feeling confident about how you're going to show up on that sales call. And as a result of that, let's say as a result of that, you're really hoping that the client doesn't show up, right? You're really hoping and praying that the client is a no-show, so that you don't, because you're feeling all of this fear about how the sales call would go. And then, so as a result of that, you don't send a reminder to the client that they're having the call, or you don't send emails to the client. You don't stay in touch, right? So you can see how, like, having this fear then is going to inform the actions that we take, is going to inform how we feel going into that particular call. So but a lot of times we can't see this ourselves. Like as we're going through it, like we're so in it that it's hard for us to recognize it. And so sometimes this particular question may be a little hard for you if you're really in the limiting belief or you're really in the fear. Sometimes it is easier for some issues, especially if we've been working on them, to really answer this question. Okay, so the next question is this decision coming from my true energetic essence, or is it influenced by what I've been conditioned to think is right? Okay, so here, this is a challenging question, right? Because this is where now you're looking at, am I functioning within this box because that's what I've been taught? Or am I functioning with this box within this box because that's really the box that was created for me? Like that this truly is allowing me to express who I am. And so this is such an important question. And to really answer it, we need to challenge what we've been taught, right? We need to challenge, is that really what I want? Or am I only working with it because that's what I've been told, right? Or that's what I've been taught. And so, so this could be something um, um, like you have to have a website. Like, is that true? Like, do you have to have a website? Could you work your business in a different way that's more in alignment with your own energetic essence? So if you're spending hours and hours and hours and thousands of dollars on a website, but your true energetic essence is more about connecting with people in conversation, then a website is never going to bring you the return on investment that going out to networking events could bring you. So the actions that we take or the decisions that we make should really be informed by our understanding of our energetic essence. So another example is you could follow a marketing strategy because it seems logical, like everyone is using that particular strategy. But let's say you are using it because like you're afraid of missing out or you're afraid of not fitting in. You're like, well, everybody's using Instagram stories. Like I need to do that because that's the only way I'm going to get my message out. And so, it may not be aligned to your soul's authentic energy. So, and again, how do you know that? Well, we look at your matrix and we look at the strategies that you're using, and then we run them through the matrix. Like, does it fit with what the matrix is telling us? And more often than not, it's not going to fit. Or not all the pieces are going to fit. And you're going to know that because you haven't been getting results. Like, so if you're not getting results out of the thing that you are doing, then there is a misalignment, right? So finding that misalignment is so critical. So what's so important is that you work beyond surface level information, whether it's something that other people are telling you or whether it's just what you're thinking or what you're reading or what you're feeling in your body, right? To really connecting with your energetic signature, with your energetic matrix, so that you can then use the matrix to make decisions that really reflect your authentic self. And what that does is it really frees you from the distortions that are caused by past experiences, by trauma, by beliefs that you've kind of taken on from other people that are really not yours. So any type of societal conditioning or familial conditioning, you really step out of that because you have this information, you have this matrix that you can turn to. So aligning with your matrix is something that can become natural. Like it can feel natural to you after you've been working with it. At the beginning, it requires a mindset shift, right? It requires that we understand the matrix. So that's one of the things that we do in the VIP session is you're able to understand what the matrix is, and then you need to start applying the matrix. So looking at your content, looking at your offers, looking at the clients that you've worked with, and starting to analyze like where were the misalignments. And we can even analyze like where were the alignments so that then you can recreate the things that were aligned, the things that were working, and then we can shift the things that weren't working. And you're not going to just shift them like an experiment to see how you can shift them. No, we're going to use the matrix to inform how those things should be shifted. So there's no more experimentation. There's no more trial and error, right? It's really about learning to apply your energetic matrix and then seeing the results that you're getting. And then the more that you apply it and the more you see the results, you start attuning to your matrix so that then whenever you have an opportunity, you can, in your mind, you can run it through your matrix and you'll be able to say, yes, like this works with what I know is authentically me versus yeah, no, like there's these pieces that don't work. I'm not even going to waste my time because I know if I dedicate time, it's not going to go well because it's not in alignment with who I am authentically. So that is kind of the what happens, the long-term effect of using the energetic matrix is that you can really live all of your life. So it's not just business, right? So we can apply it to business because business gives us such immediate feedback, which is why it's such a beautiful way of applying the matrix and really learning about your energetic signature because you get almost instant feedback. You know, whether something is working or not working, whether your clients are coming in, whether your programs are filling up, whether you are getting the type of reaction from your content that you want, whether you are bringing in the money that you want, right? So all of these are immediate results that you're getting. And not immediate as in 24 hours, but you know, within a week, within a month, within a quarter, like you'll start seeing if something is working or not. And then you'll be able to then make the small tweaks. And so the more that you do that, the more that you're attuning to your matrix, kind of all the societal condition is going to start to fall away. And then you're attuning to your matrix. And what's beautiful about it is that that will start rippling out to other parts of your life. It'll start rippling out to your not just relationship with your clients, but now your relationships with your children or your relationship with your partner or your relationship with your friends, like that, because your energetic signature is your authentic you. And so it not just shows you how you can show up in business, but it guides you in how to show up in everything, right? So once you start applying it in one area of your life, you can easily start applying it to other areas, to your relationships, to your health, to your community connection, so to your financial situation, like around your family, so your extended family and so on. So all of that is such an added benefit to learning to use your energetic matrix. So one thing to also know is that as you work with your matrix, you and even if you don't come in for a VIP session, right? If you're just working with steps 1, 2, and 3, remember that this is an ongoing relationship that you're building with yourself, and your knowledge of yourself is going to grow. Now, when you have the VIP session and when you know your matrix, then this process becomes like on turbo mode, because you're able to learn so much more about yourself so much faster. Now, could you do that on your own by following steps 1, 2, and 3? Yes, you definitely can. But again, it's going to require some work. It is going to require some support, because there's a lot of times that we cannot see when we're so entrenched in something. We cannot see, uh, we cannot really see that, or we're not able to answer one of the questions because we're so in our own way of doing things that we cannot see out of it, to really reflect on the question and answer the question in a way that's going to be helpful. But you want to continue reflecting on it. I would say, you can do it monthly, you can do it quarterly. After a big project, you can come back and look at, so where were my strengths? Where were the energy drains, right? And then how did the decisions affect, how did the decisions I make affect steps 1 and 2, right? So you can always come back, keep coming back to those questions. And then, of course, if you have your matrix, then you're able to more apply those questions in a deeper way, because now you can directly reflect on those questions based on the information in your matrix. So I want to invite you to come for a VIP energetic matrix session. And so what we do in the energetic matrix session is that you get your energy matrix, and the energy matrix is actually made up of 2 different energetic blueprints. So it's one blueprint is your kind of your soul level, soul purpose blueprint, that soul authentic essence that is you, that comes from spirit. So that's one level of information that I'm able to access for you. And then the second level is how that comes into manifestation in the physical world. So we use the intersection of that information for the matrix. Okay. And so that's why I call it the energetic matrix, because it's a combination of 2 different sets of blueprints. And so those blueprints, we use them for the decision making, and to create kind of that algorithm for you. So once you have your matrix, so the first thing that we do is, we get your matrix, and then you want to understand your matrix, right? So that's the first thing that we do is I explain your matrix to you, and then we start applying your matrix. And this is where it really becomes embodied. So it's not just information that you're just going to have, that you're just going to put in a shelf somewhere. It's information that you are going to apply to your business. And so what we're going to do is we're going to apply it to your business as it is now. So what are the things that are working? What are the things that are not working? So we can look at, okay, what are the things that are working? How do we see the matrix reflected in that, right? Because if they're working, then that means the matrix is going to be reflected in that. So that's kind of like a check of the matrix. And then we are going to look at, well, what are the things that are not working? And then we're going to put those through. I'm going to show you how to put those through the matrix, so that then you can start analyzing, oh, like I can see why, like I got the results that I did. So these were the places where I was misaligned. Like I was doing this thing, like I was doing posting on Instagram every day when I should have been doing this over here. Like I should have been going to networking events or something, right? So we look at your energetic matrix to determine how to make those shifts and what new strategies you need to be trying or you need to be using. If you had a successful client, again, we can look at how does that reflect your matrix versus a client where things went sideways, or where you felt drained working with them, or when you weren't attracting clients, like what exactly was happening? So we do kind of that analysis with that energetic matrix. And then I also, and in a way, like we're doing that analysis for your business as it is. And then I'm showing you how to do it. And then part of the VIP session is you get tools so that you can do those checks yourself on your own. So you'll get like a decision making matrix where you can use the energetic matrix to like ask yourself a series of questions so that you can decide like what it is that you need to be doing. You also get a checklist, like an alignment checklist. You can see, okay, like, am I doing all of these things? So they're similar, but alignment checklist, you can think of it kind of like a shortcut. But the key for you is to want to show you how you can start doing this for yourself. And then the more that you do this for yourself, the more, again, applying your energetic matrix is going to become something that you do naturally, something that you just start thinking about. It's kind of like a thought flow that you have whenever you have a decision to make. And you're just going to know what to do because you'll be so familiar with your energetic matrix. So that is what the session involves. So again, we are going to, so the energetic matrix VIP session runs anywhere from 3 to 4 hours, depending on how many things we're going to take through the matrix to analyze your current business. And then you are going to receive kind of that personal strategy and looking at your sales and your marketing, specifically at your offers. And then you're going to get those tools for like the decision-making matrix, and you're going to get the checklist. And then if you are interested in follow-up support or ongoing support, that's also something that is available to you. So we can talk about that as well. Now, the energetic matrix VIP session, the regular price is $750. And for the first 5 people who enroll in the next 48 hours, you're going to get the full session for $600. So that's $150 off for the first 5 clients. Plus, you get a bonus of a follow-up session. So a follow-up session can be from 2 to 4 weeks after our initial VIP session, so that then you can, and we can do anything in that follow-up session. So I can answer questions, we can apply it to a new offer, or we can analyze more of your offers, or we can go deeper in applying your matrix. So the idea in the follow-up session is that we are deepening your integration of this information during the follow-up session. Now, in the VIP session, we also do 2 energetic practices. So one is an energetic alignment or energetic attunement to your energy matrix, because one of the things that happens is that we are conditioned, especially in the West, we are conditioned to not listen to our soul connection, to spirit. We are taught that we do things a certain way. And a lot of times, to be able to be successful in doing things in that way, that means that we need to disconnect from a soul essence, and or it has caused more and more disconnection. And so what that energetic attunement does is it connects you back to that soul essence. And then another thing that we do is that we do kind of an energetic boost for your business. And so especially if you've been doing the work of connecting to the spirit of your business, you will already start um, feeling the spirit of your business as its own kind of energetic engine. And so what this energetic boost does is that it kind of gives it kind of gives a jump start to that engine. And so especially if you've been feeling like a lot of stagnation, or if things haven't been working, or maybe like you're just starting out, what this energetic boost does is it kind of, if you think of like a lawnmower, the old lawnmowers where you needed to pull the string to get the engine going, that's kind of what this does. Is we're kind of giving it a boost. We're thinking it like an engine that we're jump starting, so that it doesn't take as much of your own energy to start that flow. So you are also going to have those two energetic sessions as part of the VIP session. So those are included. So again, thank you so much for joining me today. And again, if you were here live, or if you are watching the recording, you have this offer available to you for 48 hours. And it's for the first 5 people who book the VIP, the Energetic Matrix VIP session. You'll get everything I just discussed. And of course, you'll get more information on what the energetic matrix session involves. And then you'll be able to book for the next 48 hours. And then, of course, you also have the link to the PDF with the steps 1, 2, and 3 that you can start using on your own to start thinking about your own energetic matrix. So thank you so much for joining me today. If you have any questions, feel free to contact me. I'm always happy to talk about all of this stuff. So again, thank you so much for joining me. I'm going to go ahead and stop sharing. And we will talk to you soon.